Hello, my name is Tarja Kinnunen and I'm the Head of Division for Biomedical and Life Sciences at the University of Huddersfield. And I'm going to talk to you about Flying Start, which is really a kind of program to try to help our students to transition from school-based learning to independent learners at university. So the Flying Start was initiated as an OFS Intervention for Success project, and in biology we were the kind of guinea pigs to trial it out already back in 2017, and then over the next couple of years it was expanded across all different schools and departments in the university. So the aim is really to stimulate kind of inquisition or kind of academic interest so that students learn to use the library, explore new things, and kind of expand their interests from beyond what they first came to the university with. We also want to get the students to learn good study habits, so we're trying to get them to stay on campus from 9 till 5, so that they learn that full-time education is really a full-time education. So if you have a gap between lectures, you will stay on campus and do some self-learning. And importantly also, to provide the students opportunities to work together, get to know each other in a little bit less formal environment than what it would be in a classroom setting. So what is then Flying Start? So this is an intensive 1 week long study immediately after the induction week. So in the first week of term, the level 4 students, they do not have their normal taught classes, but they participate in this Flying Start. And we really try to timetable them with doing something from morning till 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So standard teaching then only starts after the Flying Start. And the types of activities that we give to the students include, we have a day of creativity and problem solving. I'll talk more about that in a moment. Within that, we also do an ethics debate, a bioethics debate. And importantly, we get the students into the laboratory environment already in that week. So we have a pipetting lab for them, and we have a microscopy lab for them, and physiology lab for the students. And in order for them to go to the biology labs, they have to then also complete health and safety induction during that first week. And we're absolutely adamant that they've done that before they are allowed to go to the lab. So that allows us also to ensure that everybody has done their health and safety training before we start teaching the modules. We also have some social activities. So some of them are kind of activities like we've had groups going to the local climbing wall or taking a walk to the Castle Hill, or they could be classroom-based kind of social icebreakers, like just something silly like doing the spaghetti marshmallow challenge. But that's just, it gets the students to talk to each other, and at the same time they have some problem solving there because they're trying to build a high structure with spaghetti and marshmallows. So just somehow trying to get the students to communicate and at the same time start thinking a little bit out of the box. We also give a session where we introduce learned societies, and try to emphasize why is it important, or why it might be a good idea to join as a student, what are the benefits. And we give them very early in that week, we put the students in groups of 5 or 6, we give them a task to prepare a group presentation which they are performing at the end of that week. And again, I'll come back to that a little bit later. So the creativity and problem solving, we have 1 day dedicated for that. It's quite intense. We normally start by giving them a short talk on Tree of Life. And then we have little activities which are often preceded by a talk by a member of staff. So one of those activities involves ethics debate. So we initially give them a short talk. The microscope's, oh no, it's working. So we give them a short talk on human germline genome editing, and a little bit about the technology as well. And then we follow that by talking about animal use in research and the ethics of that, and also talking about the legislation related to animal use in research. And then after that, so once they've kind of given a little bit of an idea of the genome editing, we give them kind of ethics debate on human germline genome editing. Then in the afternoon on that same day, we give a short talk on astrobiology, and this is then followed by problem solving that the students should do in groups. So the problem we normally give them is that you've been given a sample of water from Europa, which is one of the moons of Jupiter. So how would you go about studying whether there is life in that sample? Students do these in groups, but we have always staff facilitators going around, talking to the students, so helping them get that discussion going and keep it going. And then at the end of each of these sessions, we kind of collate the data or collate the ideas and share them with the whole class, or whole cohort. The group presentation that I mentioned, we assign the students into groups of 5 to 6, and we give them, either we give them a topic if they can't come up with a topic, or we give them a freedom to go and do research on a topic that interests you, and by the end of the week you do a presentation on that topic. I've always told the students that the format is free, so I would like to see a dance or play, but they always come up with a PowerPoint presentation, so I've never managed to get them to do anything else. We do have some support sessions for the students throughout the week. So we have a staff member available to ask questions if they need in order to prepare their presentation. And then on a Friday of that Flying Start week, the students will give their presentations. And I should say that considering that these are students who've just started university, might not have known each other before, normally the standard of the talks is very high. There's usually always somebody within that group who is very good in designing and coming up with ideas. So I think normally the standard is really high with these presentations. So the benefits to the students from this is that they will get to meet most of the academic staff during the Flying Start. So sometimes there might be a member of staff who only teaches at second year or final year, but now because we rotate staff members who are teaching these, they get to know all of us in a kind of slightly less formal environment. The students get to familiarize themselves with the library and other campus kind of resources that are available. They get to know the labs and the procedures, health and safety, and so on for the labs. And importantly, the students get to know each other in less formal situations. So what are then the students saying? We've had very positive feedback from the students, so they saying that it helped them to build their confidence. Some students were very anxious to come to university because they didn't know anyone, but then they start making friendships during this sort of less formal environment.